The path to becoming a registered nurse is actually diverse and it sure takes a little time, but the journey is literally rewarding. It's just a bit like getting a driver's license, where at first you study, then you practice, take the test, then apply to get that driver license. So if you are watching this video and you intend to turn your passion in nursing into a gainful career, then I advise you to keep watching. Hello and welcome, my name is Johnson. I'm a registered nurse. In this video, I'll be giving you the step-by-step guide of how to become a registered nurse in Nigeria. So without further ado, don't forget to watch the video to the end, click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell icon and like the video. So we actually have three routes to becoming a registered nurse in Nigeria. The first route is the 5-year BSc in Nursing Degree program for those who want to become nurses or midwives. The second one is the 3-year basic midwifery program, and the third one is the 3-year basic nursing program. So let's quickly go into them in detail. So we have the 5-year BSc degree program. So this program is actually conducted in universities, and it's for those who want to become polyvalent nursing practitioners, and those kind of people normally obtain qualifications in nursing, midwifery, and also will be able to get a BSc degree certificate. Apart from that, other institutions also offer an additional qualification in public health nursing, but it's not all institutions, and those institutions doing so are very few. So don't put your hopes based on that. So the entry requirements are as follows. First, you need to have your WAEC or NECO results, which is normally called SSC, or the senior secondary school certificate, with at least 5 credits. That means you must have a credit in maths, English, biology, chemistry or physics, and any other additional subject. And also it should not be more than 2 sittings. That means if you have a deficiency in maths, for example, in your WAEC result, and you have another NECO result where you had a credit or distinction in maths, you can merge these two results and present them. Apart from that, you also need to write JAM and also pass the cutoff mark. So the cutoff mark for JAM each year would normally range depending on the performance of students, and it's very different, especially for different universities. For example, universities that are highly competitive have higher cutoff mark. So I advise you to check the cutoff marks of your university before applying for it. The next requirement is that you might be required to sit for the post-UME, which is another entrance examination, but this time around is conducted by the university, but it is optional because not all universities conduct post-UME. So as I said earlier, the advantage of this route, as I said earlier, is that you might have the advantage of getting both qualifications in nursing, midwifery, and you might also have an additional qualification in public health nursing. But that doesn't end there at all, because the advantages keep spanning and spanning. For example, there are a lot of non-governmental organizations that like nurses or that want to employ nurses who have a BSc degree, who went and spent about 5 years studying nursing in a university. Hospitals also require nurses like that because these nurses are polyvalent. These nurses have spent time studying in school. These nurses are well capable because they have experience since from school. So let's go on to the second route, which is the 3-year basic midwifery program, where this program won't actually make you to become a registered nurse. It can be a route for you to become a registered nurse in the future, but not now. Okay, let me explain what I mean. It's actually for those people who want to become midwives in Nigeria. But this route has a lot of problems. There are a lot of cons about it. But before I go into the cons, I want to tell you that the requirement is only for you to have 5 credits in your WAEC or NECO, maths, English, biology, chemistry, physics. That's it. You apply, maybe sit for an entrance examination, and that's a maybe because it's also optional. Then you get admitted if you hit the quota or you hit or meet the requirement. But the problem with this is that many organizations or institutions that employ nurses only require people to have RN certificate or RN license, or should be double qualified, none of which those people who went through this route we have, because at the end you are just giving a registered midwifery certificate. The next con about it is that if, let's say, after studying through this route 3 years you want to become a registered nurse, you actually have to go for another program called the post basic nursing program, and this program takes 2 years to complete, or I think it's 18 months, not 2 years. So, but other institutions or school of nursing will also require to have at least 2 years experience. You need about 2 years experience just to go and spend another 18 months in school. If you cannot see it, the route is very long. And let's assume you want to have a BSc degree in nursing. You can't just upgrade as a midwife and go to the university and start from 200 level. They require registered nurses, not registered midwives. So except you want to become a registered midwife, I advise you to stay away from this route. Now the last route is the 3-year basic nursing program. It takes 3 years and it occurs or is conducted in school of nursing around the country. So the entry requirement is the same as in the General Midwifery Program, which takes 3 years, but you might not graduate within that 3 years, which depends on many factors, which could be demotion, which could be pregnancy, which could be suspension, or many others. So I want you to know this: the 3-year basic nursing program and the 3-year basic midwifery program are hospital based, okay, with professional licensure. In October of 2007, I believe there were a group of assessor committee that actually sat down and determined that those who went through this route and gain employment and be recognized as having a HND in nursing, that is a higher national diploma, but this is only for employment purposes and not for admission purposes. So there are some of you watching this video that might want to know which route is best for them, and this is my counsel for you. Even though I'll personally advise you or counsel you to go through the 5-year BSc degree program because it is more advantageous, there's a problem with it because of course you are studying in Nigeria. So I advise you to go to a private university if you have the funds, but if you don't, just go to a government university which is owned by the federal or state government. But you have to face some challenges, which might be strike. You might not graduate within that 5 years, it might take long. However, if you want to become a registered nurse quickly, first you can go through the 3-year basic nursing program. Okay, it only takes 3 years, and I promise you, you graduate within that 3 years. Nothing will stop you from doing so. I don't think a COVID-19 will also prevent you, because I remember during my own time, it was during the COVID pandemic that I actually graduated. And even though during that period we were not having classes, when we came back we actually sped up our program and we graduated at the expected time we were to do so. So if you are still watching this video, thank you very much. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe and watch my other videos. Thank you and peace.